I'm live. You okay? Just turn that smitty bit down. There we go. I'm live. Ugh, what a day. Just double karma. Hello. Work. What the heck is that? Oh, exactly. That's what it kind of felt like today. I feel like my whole body is just like, ugh, kaput today. Why have you only got 535 subs? I don't know, Chris. I don't know. Hi, AA, you okay? Why has it gone up or down? I don't really know. I don't know what everyone else is doing. Be nice to get a few more. Hi, JPK. Um, so I thought you have a lot more. You're popular. Am I? I don't feel popular. Well, I'm not monetized, if that's what you mean. Um, sorry, I'm just doing some last minute pictures. Flat Eric has had a hard day. Him and me both. I'm just so tired now. So yesterday, just doing some pictures. Pardon me. I went to Wembley and I got up. Oh, it was about 4:45, and then we had to drive to Old Trafford because we were getting the coach down. So they left the coach left at like it was supposed to leave at 7:30, and it didn't stop at any services, just went straight through. So it only took like a few hours. It was about 3.5 hours, something like that. And then we had dinner there, which was so much money. Right. Oh, just these nasty burgers, what we call dirty burgers, and they wanted how much was it? It was cheeseburger. So for some reason, it was £3 for a little slice of cheese. So it was a normal burger was a tenner, and then a little slice of cheese with it was £3 more, so it's 13 quid. But then we had chips as well, and that cost us a fiver each. So I was going to spend like £36 on like two burgers and chips that were horrible. George has one sub for each member of Congress plus the senators. Oh, 535. There you go. I did not know that. There you go. But if you want anyone else to if you want to get me to 1,000 subs, that'll be much appreciated. Shenanigans. Flat Eric's looks hungover. Well, to be honest, I kind of feel hungry. I mean, look, like my face is all burnt, like it's all red, because where we were sat. In fact, if I got a picture of where we were sat, I think I put it on Instagram. You could see technically where we were. I suppose. Uncle Jeff. So there's a big United flag there. Behind that was the goal. We were eye level with the goal. And the sun, it was sunny there and it went all the way around. So I was in direct sunlight constantly. And it was like boiling. And so I'm all burned here. Look, you can kind of see like the white of my hair. And then it's like red. Am I big in America? Well, there you go. Hot diggity dog. All right. No, so so we went to the match and everything. We lost 1-0. We were robbed. Just gonna say that there, we were robbed. Um, then we got back on the coach and we had to wait for ages for the coach to go. And this coach driver, he looked like the Milky Bar kid. I was like, oh god, here we go. Yeah, so we waited for him to get out of the car park. We were like last. You slap your forehead. Yeah, exactly, Mandy. You know what I mean? No, it's sunburn, mate. Um, yeah, so we had to wait to get out of the car park, and we were waiting like an hour. And then when we finally got on the what's it, he said, we're gonna have to stop at the service station for 40 minutes. I was like, oh, fuck no. So we didn't get back into Manchester until I think it was one ish. But then we had to drive from Old Trafford back home, which was an hour. And then I was up for so it was about altogether. I went to sleep probably. It must have been about half three. No, it was 3:15, half three. So poor Daniel. I said I'd go on his channel this morning, and I missed it, didn't I? I overslept. I had me alarm on my phone, and I slept through my alarm, and I woke up at like 10 past 10 because it starts at half 9. I was like, oh my god, I'm so late. And I tried like logging into it, and for some reason it wasn't working on my laptop, and I forgot. Oh yeah, it doesn't work on the Zoom doesn't work on my laptop, but it works on my iPad, and I couldn't find my iPad, so I just messaged him. But luckily, he wasn't alone. He had there was a couple of others. I think Sophie was there, so that's all right. But I feel really guilty now. There we go. I just take some last minute pictures. Oh, I mean, bloody what's it's broken, so I have to do that. Good news though. Good news. I made um, well over £100 yesterday. Also, I ended up listing 20 items on the coach because I took all the pictures and I listed loads, but then I also drafted a load. So all the clothing I've drafted, and when I got home, or today, basically all I've done is input all the measurements. Oh no! Do this. Wow. Sorry, it's been a bit of a kind of like kind of day. I feel rough as well. I think it might be the sun. I think the sun has messed my head up. That's dedication for you. Well, yeah, exactly. But I was like, I did take a book with me just in case, because like I thought it would be like 3.5, 4 hours, and it was. But then coming back, it was longer. So I was just like on the coach, like just you could have sunstroke. I don't, maybe. I mean, I was in the sun all day. Like I was like my mum, she was in the sun, but half and half. I was like right there, like, and we lost, which is even worse. But still, all right. We'll win the league. We better bloody have. Hopefully not as strong. Strong? Oh, then. So, anyway, how's everyone been? How's everyone's sales? Did you all have fun at the car boots if you went yesterday? I didn't. I was like having proper FOMO. I was seeing all these people like, look what I got. And I was just like, look what I got. I got burnt. Mad how the sun can drain the energy from us. Yeah, it's so good for us. Yes. Isn't it just? They do say like, is it bit C or bit D? Like, it's going to be really good for you. But like everything, it's in quantities, in it, the right kind of quantities. You went to Adams's. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, that's sweet. You went to Adams's and got some really good stuff. Jeff says, I'm really tired today. I feel like Flat Eric looks. Should we put him a little bit up? There we go. He's back. How are you, Mandy? I haven't seen you in a while. and sold some today already. Very good. What stuff that you bought picked up on Sunday? You've already sold. Nice. I got to admit, I put something up yesterday. Was it those what's it? And they've already sold. Back in the room, me and have you emptied out your what's it? Your van? Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, I had a really good sale yesterday. It was like 69.99 for this ceramic like pot. Essentially, I was like, oh, like a German made pot. I was like, oh, thank God for that. Yeah, so I've been because I've kind of been on a mission since May, since the beginning of May to list 20 items a day. And I've like that's my mission. If I can get minimum 20, but if I can exceed that, that's fine. But my mission's been 20 listings, and I've been hitting it every day. That's why I was like, I know it's like Sunday, and we're going to the game and everything, but I need to hit that 20, or else it'll really do me head in. Been hitting posh too, but cannot get sales. Yeah, I think probably wait until like the people, the public can get in, and then it'll be phew, van garden living room now a shit tip. Hey, just had a mini sabbatical. Yeah, sometimes you need it just to focus on stuff. I mean, I was very tempted to just kind of like have all last week off of like eBay, not just eBay, but like YouTube and everything, and all of the stuff that I'm doing. I just want no, I just need to focus. Can you hear my bloody washing machine? Yeah, that's why I've got the music on, just so it can kind of drown out. But I don't want to. Who was it? I tried to resign, but I've been made redundant instead. That's how my week is. What? No way. Oh, hang on. You tried to resign, but I've been made redundant. Well, being made redundant is better because they're giving you money. Cost of living. No resellers willing to buy me or buy off me. Yeah, because it's all resellers, isn't it? On the Posh. I haven't. Yeah, exactly. I thought it would be. Yeah, it's like at least you're getting a little bit of summit, and you're like, oh, I was going to resign anyway. Hey. And then as well, if you resign, next time you go for another job, they're like, oh, why did you leave? And you'd be spared that kind of like awkward. I was a really good employee. I just left. Are you on board? Yeah, I do have an. Did it? Were you here when I realised that? You know how when everyone was getting the invite, and I was just like, I've applied. Why haven't I got it? And then I checked my inbox all the way down, and I'd got accepted in March. I was like, oh my god. So now I'm like rushing to get stuff up. Except, guess what? I haven't done much. We've got a couple of bits. So I don't know. We'll have to see. Oh, I'm just gonna transfer these over. What's it? Yeah, I'm using my crap phone because this shit phone. So what's it? So I've re-uploaded my normal phone, like this rubbishy Samsung, but at least it lets me transfer the pictures over onto the laptop. Follow me, dude. I'm thinking of treating myself to a takeaway to celebrate. Go for it, Cherry. Why not? You need treats. You need to treat yourself. What did I treat myself to the other day? I treated myself to. It's going to be something really ridiculous, like a Malwam or some Star Mix, Haribo Star Mix. I literally did. They were at the service station when we stopped off last night. And I thought, oh, I just want something sweet. So I picked up a couple of bits. Oh no, I think I've got I think I'm peeling there, or I've got like a spot coming. Oh no. Sorry, I know glamorous. How nice is this? Um, yeah, I bought myself a new shirt and some boots, like walking boots. I've already got my nice sourcing shoes from Doc Martens, but I've got some nice walking boots that I can use because I'm going walking now. It's the thing that I'm doing. A treat is a treat. Am I right? I'm loving the encouragement, guys. Thanks. On board in what? Oh, Poshmark. Getting on board Poshmark. Like, because my Poshmark has already been like a mini saga, and I haven't even started properly. Group type. I'm determined to list a couple of things as well. That's why I'm just doing this at the moment. Whee. How many items have you got on there yet at the moment, Andy? Are you crushing it? Because I noticed there's some people that have got like a couple of thousand on, and they've got like when you see the sales, they've got like one sale, and it's only like the popular people that have got made sales because other people are buying stuff. And I think certain people are buying from certain people so that they can tick that box to become a Poshmark ambassador. I've only put in at 2 or 3 per day, 70 listings. Yeah. Hi, Chica. Oh, happy birthday. It's the sharing that's timely. Yes, and you have to share like so much. I think I was watching Sophie's channel, SB Reseller, and she went through some of it. And I was like, oh, to get the what's it? You need tick so many boxes. Is it today that is your birthday? Or was it yesterday? You don't have to tell us. I'm just saying. Just wondering. Um, that's why. Doo-doo. I think that's all of them. They both look kind of alike anyway. eBay Bang. Let's just throw that one up. It was yesterday, still celebrating though. Perfect. That's the way it should be. People who don't share crack can do one. Crack. People who don't sharing's caring. Come on. Share back can do one, yeah. As long as there's cake left, it's still birthday. Exactly. And then when it runs out, you buy another one. Right. Uh, yes. I got this. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go on a editing binge because I've got like it must be about 15 folders now of footage and stuff that I want to do, videos that I'm half done, and some that are nearly finished that I just can't be bothered. I've got loads, but I need to do them. It's so bad. I'm such a bad YouTuber. See, that's kind of the same. It's not the same. I'll do that one. Stop it. Ooh. So this is sugar free, but it's really sweet. It's like a fruity taste. But also there's a taste that I can't put my finger on. Do you remember when like, you know, ice pops when they melt? and there's a really nice strong kind of like fruity taste, but it's a bit too. It's a bit like that. I'm not in the habit of sharing. I knew it was going to go down there as soon as I started joking. Oh, Monday. Sorry, it's just made me laugh that. I think I ate a million shares back. I'm not an arsehole. I just haven't opened Poshmark all weekend. It's hard to find the time. I respect that. Yeah. I suppose that's one of the things that like I'm a bit kind of like wary about. It's because it's the well a lot you need a lot of input into it, don't you? You need a lot of active kind of sharing, liking, commenting. It's a bit. I know it's like social media as well, but can it possibly could be a bit of a pain. There's yeah, yeah, that's my one. I've got two of the same thing, so I'm trying to figure out which one's which. Gives a clue on how to actually get a sale. I don't know. I really don't like the sharing thing. Lots of the US resellers say it's pointless. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people complain about the sharing aspect of it, and they're like, "Dear Poshmark, if I share 7,000 times over the weekend and I get zero sales, is there any point?" Like I'm like, oh, it's a bit sad. Vintage orange. Okay. So what's everybody's plans for the rest of the week? It's Monday. We're off and away. Here we go. Middle of May. How are we all? Anyone got any targets? That's what I'm interested in. We got targets, and we got plans. Are you having any changes? I must admit, I am considering switching things up a bit. Like I'm still going to list 20 a day. I'm still going to do that, but I might bulk list. So, like you say, like schedule your listings so it can free up more time to do something else. I don't think resellers are buying off resellers. Interesting, but I thought you wouldn't be seen if you didn't. That's one of me. Yeah. Good evening. Hi, Limelight. Road trip to Chesterfield on Thursday. Ooh. If you watch Moggy Beth, she says it's a waste of time. She said that you should only share your own things. I don't know if that applies to the UK though. I'm seriously considering going to the pub. Do it. I was meant to go to the cinema last week and it didn't happen. What I did was though, I did go sourcing. I got a Costa, I chilled out, came back, watched a film, and listed a load of things. That was a good day. I felt so kind of like, because at the beginning of the day, I felt really down that I haven't done anything. And then I went on Insta Live and I just went, no, I'm going to do it. It was a good day. Have you seen how Sarah Resells does it, George? No. Ho. I didn't call you Ho. May as well all this sharing get me. Not sure if volume works. We have 300 listings and sold 303. Oh, there you go. Oh, that's on eBay, isn't it? So let's do that. I know you were beaten yesterday, but did you enjoy your trip to London? Sorry if you've already discussed this. We did. We had a really good time. It was just really nice, and it's like I haven't been to Wembley since the old Wembley, so that's going like 25 years, isn't it? So it was, with the pillars. I Yeah, that was the last time that I went. We went with Cubs, 'cause with our trip. I think it was like a week before they tore it down, or like a month before they tore it down. I wish my life was like saying, we are only on eBay and Etsy. There you go. Lama, isn't that what they call reselling Nirvana, JPK? Yes, that's true. Hit that spot of how many you've got and how much you. Yeah, I know what you mean. Like, yeah, I like. Now my boiler's kicking off. Oh, why is it so noisy? Why can't I just have a quiet environment? Ugh. Yeah, the uh, reselling Nirvana. That's when you. Yes, I did. I did, Chris. Um, it's when you upload as much as you're selling, isn't it? And you've got like that nice rotation while you're maintaining a certain amount you can live off. I think you can have it so many different ways, eBay Nirvana, like like reselling Nirvana. You can either do it on volume or you can do it on um like your profits. I'd prefer to do it on profits. Like, I've got so much money coming in and then I've got enough to reinvest, and it's kind of like pumping it in, but then I've got enough, I'm putting away so much. So it's nice that. No, I agree, Chop Chop. They were so important. They were really nice, weren't they? Should have that hello Debs. Yeah, we went down Wembley Way, and they corner everything off, don't they? They corner everything off, so you can only walk down. And I was like, oh my god! So we had to go and get something to eat, and I was like, right, okay. And it's like I said, we got that burger. I was like, oh my god! It's like I spent £36 on a burger and chips for me and my mum. Not one, I mean two, obviously. And then we got 2 pints each, which was like £6 each. That was all right actually. The pint, like 6.99. When you think actually that's not that bad. Um, Still a bit, but for where it is, I got a bag of candy floss for £6. That was really nice, and we ended up getting like flags and stuff. Yeah, so we bought a flag for £8, and then when we went into the stadium, they had these free flags that you can wave, and they had like United on it and everything. We do have ups and downs, but we consistently sell the same as we list. That's really good. Yeah, so yeah, we're gutted that we lost. It was robbed, but but yeah, it was good. And like I said, we're gonna have to win the league now, which I doubt. I have no doubt that they will do it because they're winning at the moment by 1 point. Should have taken your box off to wave as a flag. Bloody hell! I didn't want to like clear out the Wembley. Hey, do you know there were 77,000 people there? It was almost sold out completely. It was the biggest in terms of fans. Like, what's it? It's the biggest cup final for like an FA Cup final, a league final. Yeah, that was really good. Right, which one am I doing now? Have I got to do the other one? Oh no, I want to do wrong one. I love having this on because when I'm on my phone, it's too small, and I'm like that. Whereas if it's on my laptop, it's a bit bigger, and I don't need to, remember this. They said it was sell out on the rate. Yeah, it was basically sold out. I think it's like 80 odd thousand, or is it 80,000? I think it was 77, 78,000, something like that. So it was almost like you had the ones right up at the gods, and then I don't think they were sold out, but still cracking. I'm gonna look back on the footage actually because we were like right on the goalie line. I wonder if you could see us at some point. Oh, what made it worse in the second half, and I didn't record it. I should have recorded him. There was a guy sat right behind me, and he wasn't there the first half, so I had a really nice kind of like chilled out. Second half, he was like, but like really loud, and it was so loud. People were like going like that because he was like screaming at them, like. I was like, oh my god, and it was right in my ear. I was like, would you? It's like I'm all for fandom and I'm all for having fun, but oh, people like that it makes it toxic. It makes people uncomfortable, and I don't like that. Be a fan, don't be a knobhead. End of. Philosophies by Joe. Brand new box. I see they've got two up for 30 quid. And I've got, I'm out. Oh, the atmosphere was incredible. How is. What do you know? Trying to figure out this now. Mine's all over the place. I've figured out like today I can't even think like I can think properly, but I've been really muddled and really tired. Like my arms are really achy, my legs are achy, but like my head's a bit all kind of like woozy, but not tired woozy. Like it's just achy. New FAU motto: be a fan, not a knobhead. Yeah, exactly. Because it makes it people uncomfortable and it makes the atmosphere a bit toxic. And I'm not being funny. Women's football, it's a lot nicer experience, and there's a lot more like people cheering them on instead of like going, you know, and it makes it like there's a lot more younger people there and kids there. And what I loved about it is like you saw like dads with their daughters, it's really nice that like they can go to a sports match and share, and there's so many people there, but like there was quite a lot of kids there, and it's like don't scream stuff. Like there was one. I don't know if I want to say this, but he shouted right at the end. One of the Chelsea players, she got tackled and she was rolling around trying to waste time and everything because it was near the end and everything, and they were winning, so they wanted to push for time. Anyway, so he said, "Get up, you soft B word. Get up, you soft." And it just felt like that's unnecessary. You don't need to say that. You don't need to do that. And there's kids around, and there's young girls around. Don't be a twat. That's definitely a little sunstretchy thing. I felt just really kind of like a bit woozy, and you need to go to a rugby match that is and everyone's really funny. Yeah, yeah, definitely unnecessary. Yeah, it was, and it was like I know it was like right at the end, and he had to be fair to him. To be fair to him, when he was screaming and he was like, he was going, you, and he wanted to say something like misogynistic, but edited himself quite well in the moment. So that says to me, oh, it's a choice you're screaming that loud, right in me fucking ear hole. Like, because he was literally right behind me. But yeah, yeah, he sat, and then that one time it slipped out, and I was like, okay, but still unnecessary. Exactly, Mandy. I tell you what, some of these tackles that these girls were doing, there was one, she did a slide tackle, knocked her off, like what's it, got up, and the United player, she got up and she was brushing herself off, and this other Chelsea player came up and literally barged into it, and she went flying again. She didn't roll around like crying her eyes out like the men do. The men literally fall over their own shoelaces and like, and like for half an hour, and it's like you're getting paid 25 million to play football. What are you doing? You look like a pillock. I really don't like men's football. I think they're stupidly overpaid for what they get, and it's not entertaining. Whereas the women's football, they play and they play really good. Because what's it? It was it the other day. What's it? I think it was one of the. Was it Leticia? She had like a broken nose, and she was still playing. It's like those dads at amateur football. Oh, I know. Yes, there's a whole kind of drama about that in our near us. Bet the same bloke can take a tackle. I can't take a tackle off the 9-year-old football. It's overpaid prima donnas. Yes, they are. So yeah, I've got a lot of issues when it comes to men's football. I just don't like it. It's just it doesn't feel inviting. But with the women's football, it's better. One, it's better football. Two, it's cheap. You know, our tickets that we were right behind the goalie. Do you know how much they cost? £15 each. It costs like 70 odd quid to go to United per ticket. It's like, yeah. So I was really chuffed. But then again, we did pay, I think it was £50 each for the travel there and back. So it was £100 there and back for both of us. Which, when you think about it, in petrol, if we were to drive down there by ourselves, not good. Where is it? It's not an action figure. It was original, new. Oh. Yeah, I'm going to change how I do the lives as well. I'm going to do them on OBS so you can see what I'm listing. I'm going to try and do that. Like, you can see what I'm listing. I don't know how I'm going to do that. We'll try. I don't know how to do it, but just do. Go. Done. Don't forget to let us know if you get a sale. Found that light shade straight away. Brilliant. Oh yeah. Yeah, so I made a sale. That on Vinted, I had something like 90 likes, and I think it was over 150 views. on this one thing, and then like so many likes, and it finally sold on eBay. I was like, damn it! Oh, I'm gonna have to pay fees. I'm hoping Mike at Flycoast posts a video Jumble Trail in Fleetwood. I presume he would have gone. Ooh, yeah. She got a sale. Have you got a sale ticket? Woo! Here we go. Here we go. Oh, forgot to put the thing on that. Ooh, ooh, lights, camera, action. Has the buyer collected the item yet? Chop shop. Inquiring minds want to know. Just as you said, let us know if you had a sale came through. Sale one came through a German vase. No way. Well done, JPK. There you go. I haven't even checked properly my other account on eBay yet. Been listing on here. Oh, rubbing the Buddha for everyone. Fingers crossed. Let's turn him around so he's looking at us. There we go. Oh. Oh. Let's see if I've got a sale on this. Might not. Oh, hello. No. I've got a sale. No way. I do. It's a jumper. A jumper. And it's sunny. £45. Ah. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Oh, I needed that. I needed it. Oh. Sometimes just getting a sale, it makes you feel so much better. Do you know what I mean? Hey, last Thursday she seemed happy, glad that's over. Yeah, I tell you where that jumper I got it from. I got it from the Duggies in Burslem. Got it from the Duggies in Burslem, and it was, I think it was £4.95 or something like that, or £4.10 or £4.20. I can't remember. I sold a what? I sold a foot more before. I'm sure the sun is out. What's a foot muff? Sorry, what is a foot muff? Is that just your word of a slipper? Off Dougie's tomorrow. What, in Burslem? I'm thinking of going back there to pick up another bag of mystery clothing because I did so well the other week. I was thinking about it. Let's log back into my other account so I can finish off this list. Yes, one Burslem tomorrow. All right. Goes on a pram. Man. For pram, for adults. Oh, I've got. Oh, yeah, I know what you mean. A bloody foot muff. Yes, you got pram, and then the ones for adults. Weirdly, I've sold one of those. It looks like a giant boot, and you put your feet in it, and it warms it up. I've actually sold one of those before. A bugaboo foot muff. What? Just realised my Wi-Fi booster cable was out. Must have been out for weeks. Got lovely internet now. Duh. Yeah, everybody check their internet because they're going to be starting to overcharge you. We're getting charged. I think it's £20 more or £19, something like that. This when it was it in in June. I can't speak. I can't speak. I think it's in June, and someone suggested call them up and say you're going to leave and see how much they can knock off. Don't be just well. I know. I mean, can you imagine? I think it's the search engines are so intuitive now. You know when they say like, "Oh, you looked for this. Why didn't you? You might like this." And it's like, "Ooh, God, you like one foot muffin and that's it." Yes, definitely shop around. Exactly. And they reduced it by £10 a month. There you go. £10 a month is better than nothing. That's 120 quid a year. You've just saved yourself 120 quid a year with a phone call. Just think that if you buy a pound an item, that's 120 items. And if you sell those items for, say, like net profit a tenner, technically that £120 a year has brought in £1,200. All of a sudden it starts adding up, doesn't it? Be careful. Money for thrifting, yeah, money for thrifting, exactly. It all adds up. Because that's what I used to think about smoking. It's like, you know, when you smoke and and vape or whatever now it is, isn't it? And you say like, okay, well, if you've got like a habit of like 10 to £15 a week, well, that's 52 weeks a year. That's 520 quid that you're saving a year minimum. 520 over 10 years. That's £5,000. If you do what we do, that's £5,000. Yeah, it's just ridiculous. Wouldn't that be tax deductible for your business too? Oh, it may be. Yeah, exactly. Right. Let's list this other item. Or other item. Ugh. I'm so sorry if I get kind of like I feel like my mouth isn't working. My mouth and my brain aren't attached properly. You know how when you're like high or drunk or like a little not high, yeah, but like a little bit kind of tipsy, and your mouth and your brain don't seem to work, and you're like, and yet you're thinking about burgers or something. So, sale Hobbs dress. Oh my God, we are on fire. Mandy's got a sale and it's a Hobbs dress. Well, hopefully that'll rub off and I'll sell my Hobbs jacket that I've got for like 40 quid. I'm like that daily. Yeah, but you know, you're on it. Like, and you've got kids. I've not got kids. It's like I don't know how people who have kids do this job or any job really, because it's just like, oh, I couldn't do it. I caught the mother-in-law out, told her she could get 1,000 free pens if she went to penisland.com. She was glued to the screen. Careful what you do. Where was this? It's fine. I've got it back in my account. Oh, and then also like the other day. Well, technically that was yesterday. I paid my credit card off. So obviously I've still got a credit card that I'm still paying off. It's technically my last one. But one of the things that we've done since moving in is like we've got like a community kind of like debt pot essentially. We've all put in our debts and then we're all paying off together to make it go down quicker. And it does work. But one of the things that we did was do the money balance transfer thing. So right now my mum's she was paying £500 off her credit card, but it's about close to £300 was getting eaten up in interest. So what she's done is she was going to try to get one of these interest-free credit cards, but she wasn't viable. They kept on declining. And I was like, Mum, you're going to ruin your credit rating because you're applying for it. So I said, I'll apply for it. So I applied for one in my name. I got a Barclaycard one. I got accepted, even though my credit rating's worse than hers. It's weird. So I got accepted for the full amount. And so we've transferred all of that money. So now she's paying it off, and she's paying it off at double the pay. Basically, we worked out it would take about 5 years to pay off if we paid off the amount that we're paying off at the moment, which is £500. I think the minimum amount was about £210, something like that. And that would have taken close to 10 years to pay off. Crazy. Pay the minimum amount. So basically, now that it's interest free, it's only going to take us about a year and a bit, about 13 months to completely pay off, which is incredible. So we're saving, but it does mean like like my credit, I've got a lot on my credit at the moment. We are paying it off. But like my normal credit card that I've got that I'm paying off, I also do the booster thing, so I pay off a lot more than what I'm contractually obliged to pay off. It works out like that. So the bill came out the other day, and it's like, it's no like, it's the odd tenner here and there. It's only a Netflix subscription. It's quite a lot. But it's going to take me a year to clear off that one myself, which I'm ready to do. It's my last proper one as well. So once I get that kind of done, it's kind of like, basically it's an extra £200 in my bank account every month. And I'm like, thank God. Thank Christ. I'm sat in the kitchen in the sunshine. Only trouble is it's making me want alcohol. Yes, that's the trouble, isn't it? When it's so lush like it is at the moment. It's got a bit of it's a bit windy, a bit nippy. But I think what we'll do is, because we've got all the tables and chairs, but we've got them over like covered. So I think we might be taking the covers off this week for the rest of spring and summer, which would be great because I can sit in the garden and do my work. I love sitting in the garden. I used to pay BT for landline, then Talk offered me landline in the internet for £25 a month. Oh, there you go. Thanks. All it was, only 20 quid. I need to start overpaying the mortgage. Keep saying next month. Yeah, this is what happened to us. We just kind of delayed things. There was a lot going on, but we delayed stuff, and then I kind of said, right, okay. When we got basically almost kicked out of our other house because the landlord was selling, we're like, right, we need to move. We need to find somewhere that's permanent. And that kind of, we really did spend like a full few days going over everything. I've been saying for the same for years, yeah. Do it, Mandy. It makes a huge difference. Yeah, knowing what you've got coming in and coming out. It's not just like good or bad. It's just like you can see where you can save and you can see where you can put that money and how effective it is. Overpaying on your mortgage, they say, can cut down by like 10-15%, which is like almost a year now. I will, in fact. I'll go do one now. Do it. I think don't some banks and building sites they penalise you for overpaying, don't they? Which is kind of sucks. Well, I think it's is it if you pay so much a year, overpay so much a year, they charge you a little bit extra. Basically, the banks screw you no matter what you do. You've got to be a billionaire for them not to screw you if you don't need them. One of my neighbours has remortgaged their house 3 times. They'll never pay it off. Honestly, Chris, that's what we did in our like. That's what my mum and dad did way back when. They remortgaged um, for a reason, and then they had to remortgage again, and then they outlasted their mortgage, so they had to sell the house to pay it all off. And that's why we moved from our home. We were there for 30 odd years, and it's only been in the past like 6 or 7 years where we've been moving house like people change undies. Unfortunately, we've moved. Well, mum and dad they've moved 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the fourth time they've moved. Technically, it's the fourth time I've moved in about 7 or 8 years. Oh no, wait, 10 years. And that can, believe it or not, moving frequently can affect your credit rating as well. So you're screwed if you've been forced to move. Like we've been forced to move twice because of landlords selling the property. Well, technically one sold and then one wanted to move back into it. And then, yeah, the other one I'm not going to talk about just yet. When we left our jobs to do this, we cut everything back and saved loads. Yeah, it's amazing how much you can see where everything kind of goes and changes and how you can save. It's like there's certain products that we started picking up. We were using a product. I think it was what was it? It was you know, like foil and washing up powder and certain other bits like that. We saved something like I think it was like it worked out something like £10 or £15 a week we were saving when we made those kind of savings. And you think, how much have you just saved? You've saved like nearly £700 a year just by changing things over. It's like it's incredible, and that's just on that. We also did we changed our Sky subscription. We lowered it, but we've since gone back up. You see, that's why. What's it? But we lowered it and we saved a fair bit that year. But yeah, there's loads of different ways you can save. It's like people who take a big loan out for the wedding and they're still paying it off when they're divorced. I do not understand that. I'd rather not get married. Right, just knocked 3 hours off my mortgage. Woo. You can retire 3 hours early now. There you go. Yippee. You can go watch Lord of the Rings. 3 hour movie. Right, let's have a look. That's what I wanted to list. List that toy, Star Wars toy. What else? I'd go absolutely mad. I've overpaid £10 in the past. Every little helps. Exactly. That's what I've been doing. Whenever I've had like a little bit of money, I've been putting towards it, even if it's like you say, like 10 quid. Because I've built up a what's it as well? I built up like a slush fund, like a slushy fund, but a slush fund where I can like, if in case of emergency, I've got that like there. I hope London prices keep going up too. Yeah. Oh yeah, because yeah. I think my bank allows an additional 3K per year. What to pay? I think it's 10%. Sorry, I've got an itchy foot. I think it's like 10%. I think I've read that somewhere. No, very interesting. But yeah, when you think about in terms of mortgage, I mean, the irony is now like we're saving up for a deposit, like a ridiculous deposit, um, so that we can get a mortgage because the mortgage is actually going to reduce because our rent is so ridiculous. Well, it's not ridiculous because he's not. To be fair, he hasn't put it up, and we've been here 18 months, and I thought he'd be putting it up this month, since all the changes and all the inflation. So he's not done anything like that, which is good. And I hope he's not going to do it for the next like couple of years. But we could probably save 250 quid. Yeah, 200 to 250 pounds moving from rent to mortgage. Well, I can pay an extra 250 pound off my mortgage, which is like what 2,500 a year. That's like 25 grand over 10 years. That's 75 grand extra over 30 years. So essentially, I've written off after if I was getting a 30 or 40-year mortgage, it'll be written off pretty quickly. It's like pretty good. Will you stay? No, no. It's just until we can get a mortgage and my mum and dad won't have to be. You won't have to spend their retirement worried that our landlord might kick them out. If me and my brother get a mortgage together, that way we own it. So if anything happens to them, it's okay because we own it. Have you seen that skip to know? Yes, I have seen that 100% mortgage. Yeah. Yeah, I've seen that one. Martin Lewis did a funny thing about the increase in these lifetime mortgages. The ones where they extend them. Like you're paying less per month, but the interest is sky high. So someone was paying £600 a month instead of paying £900 a month because they extended it over a 45 years instead of 30, and they ended up paying, I think it was £68,000 more in interest in the long run. But yeah, but you've reduced your monthly. What's it? But that over the long run, over like 45 years, it's crazy. Yeah, we do have a plan, but every now and then we kind of like slip, but like we have to rein it back in. You know what I mean? I know it is robbery, yeah, but it's when you see it, like, can you imagine them having, say, like a few 100,000 of them on the books? They've got guaranteed income, plus they've increased the what's it? I don't know what kind of percentage that is in terms of your overall mortgage. It must be more than like 30. Well, it'll probably be about 33% yield on the product that they originally sold you. I mean, somebody said, um, the financial expert from Citizens Advice, he said, you can get these lifetime mortgages that are 45 years long, but every now and then remortgage to reduce the rates. So you're cutting thousands off that interest rate and can continually do that and then pay off an extra 10% a year or however much before they charge you. And you could whittle it down. Hi, James, you're right. Sorry, we're talking mortgages and financial planning. The trouble with the 100% mortgage is any different. Yes, that's another thing. If your house devalues, it goes into negative equity. So therefore, you've like lost so much money. Like I would not buy one now. I think there's going to be another little housing crisis, if I'm being honest, and I think it's going to dip a little bit more. I think that's the time to buy. I mean, the best time to buy would have been 2008. I can't believe you're training. Oh God, yeah. If you haven't watched that video of Bold Finds, James is at Bold Finds. Oh, I think he did. To be fair, I think he pulled a snide. To be fair, I do think he pulled a snidey on you there because if you know that person, if you're at a car boot, it's like, oh, I've got these. You don't go like that. Yeah, I'll just take that one. And then you know what you've got. You know how much that seller said it's worth. Hmm. Yeah, pulled a snidey. Hi, Alan. Sorry about that. I didn't see you there. Chat so late. Only just got a notification. Oh, that's weird. Being the most stressful moment in life. It is. Yeah, we're just chatting the chid. I wonder if they only give those out to youngins, yeah, and people who don't know any better. But then if you refinance every, like, say, 10 years, you can reduce it and then pay the extra 10% off. The interest doesn't really matter, but you have to be very disciplined. Thankfully, we only have 3 years left. Awesome. And we fixed 6 years ago for 10 years to take us to the end, so no increases. Yeah, that's the best way, in it. I'm very trustworthy. He knew what he was doing. Hi, Max. Wow, I bet it's a relief in it, Alan. Hi, Gary. My dog's barking a little bit. I'm just 1 minute. Sorry about that. My dog was going ape shit. He was like, "Woo, woo, woo." Hi, Gary. Hi, Maximus. When we eventually move out of London, the next house will be definitely mortgage free. Yeah, and I suppose it depends where you buy it as well. It depends how north you go. You should move out to the Shire. That London smog ain't good for no one. No, you're right there. I paid my mortgage off in 6 years. Awesome. But that was at a time when houses were cheap, and over time, I did overpay. Yeah, the good old days. Oh, yeah, I'm back. Had to order a takeaway. Ooh, what'd you get? We took out a 22-year mortgage to pay it off early. There you go. Hi, everyone else. Yes, we should have paid ours off years ago, but decided to move to a better house. Yeah. Because that's how sometimes, like, your house can increase in value, so you can sell it off, and then with the extra, upscale your house. That was back in the day when you could do that and climb the property ladder. Burrito and wings. Whoa, scran. She she ordered herself takeaway. Forgot about you. I do that sometimes. This guy said she wanted something else. Right, got you. Right, let's put this. There. I think it's hammer. Do. Sounds this bloody Star Wars toy now. It's been sat over there, Star Wars toy, for ages, and I haven't put it up mainly because I have like fights with my brother, or I tease my dog with it. I'm like, zoom, 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 zoom. I've also got this one to put up and all. Right. Mortgage, another alien concept to me. Yeah. You live it. You love it. Yeah, I do. A bit too much. Let's have a look. Yes, doubled on old house and out all into the new house. Yeah, it's the easy way to do it. It's the best way. I don't think you could do that these days, though, unless you started off unless you really do know what you're doing and play the game. But most people don't even have time. They've locked you into this kind of like horrible system where you don't have time to outsmart them, and that's what they don't. That's what they like. They don't like it when people outsmart them. But it works. Okay, I'm going to put that up for mount. Oh my goodness. Let's have a look. Who doesn't like a lightsaber? Exactly. They're amazing. I've got a Kylo Ren one and all, which I'm kind of because it's like a proper like scabbard. I've got a Yoda one and all. That's pretty cool. Like to sell, they're not mine. I just drag my feet selling them. The system is fucked. It is. I can sort of get in there. Yeah, how are you feeling? First house cut. Oh, don't. That's painful. First house cost 10 grand. I looked at what did we look at the other day? We looked at barges because that's like a good alternative to live on, and they were like 20 to. There was one that was 150 grand. To be fair, I think I went to the opposite end, like the most expensive one. Posh party, anyone come in? What, are you having a posh party? Terry's in person. There you go. Oh, my dog's whinging now. I'll be there in a minute, bud. Closed the door because he was barking, and now he's like, "Oh, why have you closed the door?" It's like, "Because you were barking, you dickhead." Public service announcement: my daughter is rude. Oh. One sec. Come here. Come here, bud. Come on. Hey, Buster. Oh, yeah. I know. I know, bud. Yeah, you like just having a look, don't you? It's like, what have you got? Have you got anything for me? Can I eat something here? Yes. Hi. When we got back in last night at like stupid o'clock in the morning, he was so excited he nearly wet himself. He was like, woo! You were yelping, weren't you? Yeah. Ow. Like, headbutt me, don't you? You headbutt me. Got to try cookies today. We'll be listening when I can. Yeah, I might go in a minute. I'm just listing a few bits and chilling. Yeah, first house purchased in 1986, lived in the flat for 2 years and saved a deposit. That's how you used to be able to do it. What's that? I know. Don't let me nose. Sold 9 lawn green bowls at my local auction on Saturday, £50. Buyer still not paid. Oh, no, God. Hi. Right, let's just do one more round of eBay. Is that listed? Have I listed that? I think I did, didn't I? Oh, I've listed it onto the wrong one. Oh, no. No, I've listed it on the right one. Oh, I'm trying to, like, put everything on one account properly now. But I'm slowly moving everything over, so. Poking with a pokey stick. Our combined wage was £50 per week. Oh my God. Can I borrow a couple of light stations, please? Movies, aren't they? They released details of more Star Wars movies. Oh. Don't know why, but I thought you were in your late 20s. That's the best compliment. Yeah, so I've hit my target today, which I'm pretty pleased about. So I'm not too fussed about if anything else sells, but it would be nice. Yeah, it would be absolutely lush if I made a couple more sales. Oh, you've just had a drink and now you've come and licked my leg and made me jump. Yeah. Hi. Have you been barking? Who was at the door? Was someone at the door? Is that why you were going all hounds of the Baskerville? Yes. I was thinking you were in your face. Someone called me a Gen Zer. I was like, that is the best compliment I've ever had. And then he said, oh, no, wait, the millennial one. I was like, okay. Wish we were in our 20s, everything creaks. Yeah. Jerry's just said that they are muck spreading locally. Apparently that's why my room smells. Ah. Did she just not just like walk in and have a trump and walk out? I can hear you. I can see you. I'm going to give you a treat in a minute. I've said the word now and he's like, what? Your tail's going tented, doesn't there? Right, let's I've done that one, so that can go in the done box. The boo box. 10 points and a friendship if you know where that's from. The boo box. No. No, so well. They are muck spreading out. It was here that I thought was me until I went out. Right, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pictures that I can do, and I've done today 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I've got 15. So I need to have 8. Well, 8 and 8, that's 16. So I need another few items. I've got loads here I can do. That's my target. 20 listings a day to get me over the edge and to get rid of as much stuff as I can. I've got a big bag full of shorts and trousers that I haven't done for probably about a month. And I did loads. I had like 3 or 4 bags of trousers and shorts and stuff and bottoms. And I've been taking a bag every month and doing the big batch. And this is the last batch. So I'm quite pleased by that. Must be the time they are much better now too. Well, do you know, weirdly, now that you say that, earlier on today, I've just remembered I was in here and we're like on the edge, like there's a field over there, so I can smell it when they do. And I was like, it smells like cow pants. It smells like fertilizer. It's not fertilizer that's made my room smell. I wonder how they decide they're going to do the muck. Probably the timing of the fields. They need to fertilize the fields, replant stock for the summer. Right. Let's do that. Let me just shut this one down. Yeah, so I've got like, I think like 7 or 8 done, and then 7 or 8 left. That's right. So I just need to do another 5 pictures, which is fine. I can start on that bag. It's all gravy. Oh, my head is. It's the weirdest feeling. It's like I'm here and I'm working, but I have to do things really slow because my eyes go really funny anyway, and I'm feeling a bit dizzy. I do. I feel kind of high, but without the high bit. Farmers won't be able to whinge about having rain this year. That's it. What's that? Buster, stop eating my stock. No. He's eyeing up a Care Bear. He was like nibbling it. No. Go on. Yeah, you're looking at me all innocent, but I know what you want. Yeah, I know what you want, bud. Right. This last is in Bellon, Tokyo. Dump it underneath the soil. Ew, really? I had no idea. Ugh. No, I don't like that. Sounds like heat or sunstroke. Yeah, I think it might be. I might need to just have a cold shower and just go to bed early because I'm up early again tomorrow. I've got to go because today I was meant to go to the storage unit and pick up all my orders for the weekend, but I haven't done it because I've just been so kind of like, oh, tired and everything. So I'm going to do it tomorrow. That's going to be my task tomorrow, and then I'm going to moving this stuff out of the way. Okay. Do you know what? I need to watch a movie just to get through through all the listings later. Material done. Oh god, my eyes didn't work then for a second, and now they're working. Keep me on track, guys. I need to get these done. These last 2-3 bits. It sounds like it's yeah. I mean, it's because Max. I went to the women's final at Wembley yesterday, and I was right in the sun, and I'm burnt there. Can you see? I'm all red, but like that's white there, and it's like red, and it's all here as well. It's painful. Actually, it's not stingy. It's just I feel a bit. Bleh. Where there's muck, there's brass. That's what my granddad used to say. Where there's muck, there's brass. I'll stop hoovering up, see if it's true. Lots of after sun and area. I should have put some on last night. My mum said, put some after sun. I'm like, I'm all right. I'm not. I'm hoping it's going to be this nice when we go to Wales. Because last time we went, it was really nice. Oh, yeah, thanks, Double Karma. I completely forgot about that. Yeah, so tomorrow I'm on the Coffee Pod on James's channel, on Bill Fine's channel. I think it's 7 o'clock. I'll be on, and we'll be talking all things eBay. Farmer started when the foot mouth hit. Ah, right. When the after that, was it just all human poop? Guys. Candlestick. Nope, that's not it. Where's it gone? Oh, I just had it and now it's bloody vanished, you bugger. I'll get it, don't worry. Cuts to the screen. I'm actually playing Minecraft. I'm not. No, it's not doing it. Oh. Bummer. I'll have to get it another day. Oh, found it. Yeah. Can do this listing now. It's been eluded me for the past week because I'm lazy. You see, been lazy. Yeah, I'm going to the car boot this weekend, and there better be some good stuff. I'm not just saying that because we better, we're resellers. I really want a good week because for the past 3 weeks, I haven't done bad. I've just not been doing as good as I thought I'd do, if you know what I mean. And it's not anything to do with what I'm picking up, because I've been picking up some good bits here and there, but I think it's the volume. I used to pick up loads of really good stuff, and I've been very picky, but also it's been quite sparse, some of the stuff. Yeah, I'm hoping that I'm definitely going to pick out at least a couple of bangers, as they say. Like those lampshades that I got. Do you remember them? For £8. I've sold the last. What's it? The last lot of them, those small clip-on ones. So my total, I think it's 240 quid, something like that, off of £8, which is cracking. But then I've still got those big ones to list. Or not list, I've done the pictures, but yeah, I think I've put one. There we go, done that one. So I can put those over on the done list. And I want to do this bag. Recently sold. So how does everybody feel about those shopping trolleys that people have, the trolleys? Do you think it's a worthwhile investment? I know there's been a lot of debate around them and it's probably already been had, but I'm seriously considering getting one because I've seen a few people, and I was going to get one 2 years ago, but I kind of talked myself out of it. I thought, no, I've got an IKEA bag, it's just as good. But because I'm getting a bit my back's might playing up and my hernia is definitely playing up, it might be easier getting it. Plus, it can act as a shield against people. You can be like, no, it's my space. So I don't know. I'm thinking, get one. Double Karma's like very kind of committed. She's like, get one. I think they're okay at big car boots. Yeah, well, this is it. I don't think I could survive like in Hanley with it. Actually, I could maybe at a push. I've just got to be very careful where I pull it. And I think it's like a giveaway as well. Like they'll be like, oh, reseller. Like Stafford, I think I could get away with it. I've seen, that's the way where I've seen most of them. The remote control one, B-top trolley. There's a remote control trolley. Half of it will be nicked, Nanley. Yeah, the wheels will be nicked. I'll be dragging it around. It kind of defeats the purpose, doesn't it? But still love it. Yeah. It'd be like, you would, wouldn't you, bud? He's here. He heard you. Look, you see him. There he is. Yeah. I'm going to get you something in a minute. Don't worry. Yes. I know. You would. You started licking. He licked. He knew something was wrong because he started licking all my face. And usually just kind of like licks my chin and then like my ear. But he was like licking, making sure as always. I think he could feel it or something. Yeah. You look after me as well, don't you? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. I know, bud. I know. What about a granny shopper rather than a trolley? Take up less space. Yeah, that's true. And some of them have those seats. Believe it or not, I did actually have one and I've sold it. People would empty your trolley. A lot of these sellers have stopped going Hanley because of thieving. Yeah. I mean, and with certain things, what I like? I like to have a proper route, don't I? You've seen me like proper routing over. So like I couldn't take that trolley down certain places. I'd have to leave it. So get a donkey. Yeah. That's it. Just get Mary Poppins bag. Get a TARDIS. Wow. Hello. Oh, yes. Is this you telling me to hurry up? Let me do this one listing and then I'll hurry up. All right. Down you go. His basket's right there. So now that when I'm listing, he sits in his basket and his head's over the side and he's just watching me list. Whenever I can see him out the corner of my eye, every time I look over, he's like... I have been thinking about it, but it's like I could, like you say, I could only take it really to 2 places, and I don't know. But yeah, I think that's a good idea. The little granny trolley, or even like like a suitcase with wheels that you can just like buzz around on, and just pretend, oh yeah, I'm just going on holiday to get some beers. Do you need either? What's it? Do you need either thick jeans trousers or a kid's baby strap so the trolley doesn't smack into your legs? Ah, it's a good point. Did you see Colourfurper's top tip video? He uses a rucksack so that he has both hands free. You can get a lot in a backpack. Yeah, a big backpack of rucksack. Yeah. I did have I used to have a backpack. What's it? And then I used to have like bags as well. But I've stopped taking the rucksack. It's my lucky rucksack. I've had it since I was 15. So it's very old. It's what the kids will call vintage these days. It's Billabong. It's not vintage. And I've had it since high school, and I've still got it. And it's been literally all around the world with me. And yeah, and I don't think I'll ever sell it. But I need a proper like hiker's backpack. With a thicker kind of like, what's it? Piz was out laughing at Adams. Hubby had to carry a massive crate of Denby back to the car. It was dead heavy. Was it a full set? It's all right if it was like, oh, I got a Denby mug. But like, if you got, I got a Denby set. It's like, oh. It's bad when you're like, right at the end, because I'm one of these people that I used to be. I haven't been for a while, but like, at the end when they say, oh, take what you want, in certain weeks, they say, oh, and so I put everything in like boxes and everything. And then I get like, I have to like carry it, and that's a ball ache. Weighed about 30 kilos. Oh my God. Excuse me. Hi, bud. I can, yeah, I know you're here. You're literally right there. Your nose is right there. Also need a blanket or something to cover your stuff up. Yes. That's true. So, I've done it again. I've accidentally. Right. Once I've got everything kind of sorted, it's all go then. Yeah, that's what we said earlier, Chris. When he was selling at a car boot, he put up the video, and loads of people like, "Hey, he's just robbed off you," and he didn't even realise. But then he did another video on it, and it's a not on. First off, it's not on. It's basically, I mean, he put one in his bag, and then he had the other one, and then James said, "Oh, they're £3, wasn't it?" And so he got out the fiver to give him, and he didn't correct him. So it's almost like, well, if it was a mistake, it was a mistake, but then you didn't even correct him when you gave him the money. So he pulled a snidey on him, and that's not nice. It's a bit sucker punchering when that kind of stuff happens. If any, people do a bit. I mean, whenever I go to these house clearance guys, and I've got like 7 things like this, like that, I go up to them and I say, "How much are all these?" Like that, and I'm like, I literally, and sometimes they have a look, sometimes they're just going to say, "I'll give us a couple of quid," that kind of thing. So at least they know what I've got and like how much they've said, or I put it out on the floor sometimes if there's room. Yeah, and it's just so for something like that, it's a bit snidey. That guy looked like a real scrote. Yeah, he did, little bastard. So yeah, if you're selling at a car boot, just beware, and if you're buying at a car boot, just be aware. That's probably the best way. Be a bit conscientious. Here's a big word for you: conscientious. Be a bit conscientious. So, the dictionary this morning. Dave, who sells at Hanley, told us half his stuff gets nicked. What? That's crazy. Because when you think they're not selling it for over, ridiculous amounts, are they? That's what annoys me. Why aren't they going to the traders at the bottom and nicking all their crap? Because that is overpriced. It's so overpriced. Is it the one with the white van can? He is really cheap. Yeah, the what's his name? Oh, in the corner, and he sometimes has his mum with him. Is it Rob? I go to him all the time. The amount of stuff I've got of him, I never haggle with him. I never haggle. I just say, I literally do what I do. I did that. I go up to say, "How much do you want for all them?" And he gives me a price. I said, "Yeah, it's fine," because it's dirt cheap. It's like literally dirt cheap, and he just wants to get rid. But like he says he's got like an amount that he has, like to cover petrol and cover what's it. Same place every week, yeah. The one in Konya. He's got like an amount that he's got like a target he hits, and once he hits it, then he says like, "Oh, 3 for £1," and he kind of whittles it down. But yeah, that's the best way to do it. And he gets his stuff through like clearances and like charity shops and auctions and stuff. These are Jones movie. Yeah. The most of them are, aren't they, though? The large majority of them are. Oh, yeah, the old fella. Yeah. He does, what's it, doesn't he? Warrington when it's on. He picked up the no lace shoes and asked the price, then put them in his bag, then. Oh, right. And then he paid £2 for, or so he paid the £3 for one pair of shoes instead of however much it was. What's it? Yeah, that's what I meant. That's the one. He does auctions when his house last week to pick up some stuff. Ah, there you go. Yeah, he does it so cheap, and he's dead nice. And he always pulls out a bag. I'm always like, he gives us a bag every. You can see I've got a massive IKEA bag, and he has those little blue bags, and he's always like, yeah, I have a bag. I'm like, got an IKEA bag, mate. I'm all right. Save the planet. But no, he's lovely. Normally £3 for £1, yeah. Exactly. Let's just do a quick one. That thief guy also looked around to check if so he was a proper snidey bugger then. I tell you what, he better not turn up at that car boo, or else he's gonna get shanked by an IKEA bag. All these resellers are gonna be like, oh yeah. Okay, what do you think? Are you chewing on my? Better not. So this bit, I've got this top up. How much do you want? What? Right, I've got it up for this it's got new with tags. It's £80. This top that I've got, and it's a very posh brand. And someone said I sent out an offer of 70. And he came back and said I can only do 60. But looking at the history of offers, he did 40, he did 50, and now he's done 60. And I was like, well, obviously no, it's auto declined. And I just said, well, it's a bit much off that, and it's already kind of cheap. I've reduced it from like 100 because at retail, I think it retail 170 quid or something. It was 170. So it's a really good brand, and it's a collaboration as well. So it's like print his face and post it everywhere. Exactly. By the way, this is the best takeaway I've ever had. Oh, what'd you get? Yeah, so it's international as well. They're from France. Say what you will about that. Yeah, no. I'll just put no. Nil point. I'm just going to put nil point. Nah, you can bugger off, mate. He wants 25. What's 25% off? He wants 25 quid off 80. Oh no, sorry, he wants 20 quid off this. I'm trying to work out the percentage. Yeah, he basically wants 20% off or 25% off. It's a steak box, basically, with peppercorn sauce, rice, and veggies. That sounds nice. There's a Korean, what's it? And they do something very similar. That's making my mouth water, Cherry. There's like I think it is Korean almost. It's one of those types of places, and they do like steak, like steak in a rice box and stuff. Oh, it's delicious. Righty ho. I'm just gonna say no, sorry. And then you can bugger off. Yeah, I'm gonna go too now. Just doing that little bit of bookkeeping. There we go. Right, thanks for stopping by. I've been quite late. I've been quite long actually. It's been a long one because I've been messing about. But thanks for stopping by and keeping me company. I've managed to list about 5 or 6 things. Sorry, 8 or 9 things. So yeah, I'm on the roll. I'm going to do some more. I'm going to watch a movie, and yeah, go to bed. But don't forget, I'm not going live on my channel, but I'll be on Bold Fine James's channel tomorrow at 7. Didn't think I cooked the pizza long enough. Sarah's away, and she's usually doing the cooking, like to well cook everything. No, that's the point. Like then you have a takeaway, Max, and then when they say, "Oh, did you make this?" You go, "Yeah, I did." Right, night, everybody. Night. Bye.